Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Zephyr and ATG podcast. We don't have a name for this thing yet. We're just calling it Zephyr and ATG. My name is, of course, Zephyr, and over here we've got
ATG Gaming.
There we
Good evening,
go.
Mr. Zephyr.
Good evening. How's your Easter weekend been? Let's just start a bit of small talk here.
Of course, no, it's been super busy at work. I work for a Chinese company, so I don't get any South African holidays for that matter. But it's been chilled. I had a nice family day with the family today, and yeah, man. And your weekend?
Just a quick question: do you get Chinese holidays though?
We do. We actually do. But
so your Chinese New Year's is like somewhere in February, and you have like a week off.
Exactly. But I work for Chinese schools. But the thing is, like the one school that I work for, they don't believe in holidays at all. So I literally never get off when I don't put in leave, I don't get off. So I I enjoy working though. But yeah, man, how was your Easter weekend?
It was good. Played a lot of Sea of Thieves.
Awesome.
So yeah, it was generally good.
Awesome, man. Also last night I went to bed super late because I start working on Saturdays. I start working super early, and then usually I take a nap after work, and then I game until the rising sun the next Sunday morning. So I also had a great game last night, man.
Yeah. What did you play?
I was playing. I play a shitload of COD. So we played like 140 games of COD, and then we played some Rocket League. I don't know if you're a Rocket League player, right?
Yes. I started Rocket League actually back in South Korea.
Oh, wow.
And it started off like with Rocket League. It's like first goal, hit the ball. Second goal, try and hit the ball away from your goal. Third objective, try and hit the ball into their goal. Fourth objective, learn flying.
Exactly, man. I absolutely suck at Rocket League. I suck at it, but it's super fun.
Dude,
super fun.
For me, Rocket League is generally like the way I play pool.
Yeah.
Aim and hit. That's it.
Just try your best.
The other guys will get the ball where it needs to be. If the ball comes towards me, I'm gonna hit it.
Exactly. Same, man. Same.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys. So me and Zephyr had a little chat on Instagram. I actually scrolled past his stream on Twitch. He's a massive Twitch streamer, and I decided to ask him if he wanted to do a podcast with me, and he agreed. So we're gonna bring you guys some great gaming podcasts. Zephyr has a massive amount of knowledge for gaming.
Just a quick thing. Just lower the expectations of the viewers a little bit. Say at least average podcast. So if it's better, everybody's surprised.
Exactly. So we're gonna do a quite average podcast for you guys.
Yeah.
But yeah, we decided we're gonna do something fun and just have a chat to you guys and talk a bunch of gaming shite and get you guys' opinions on games. We're going to talk about how we experience certain games, our opinions on certain things. So yeah, no judgments, no facts, only opinions. Am I right,
Only
Zephyr?
opinions. Yes, no facts, only opinions. Yeah, and this is the part of the podcast where we say we are sponsored by blank. So if anybody wants to sponsor us, you can just say sponsored by blank here.
Exactly.
I love your product. It is brilliant.
Yes, sir.
Mm.
So what is our topic for the first podcast, Mrs. Zephyr?
Well, we've agreed on the whole, how we got into streaming and how we've done streaming so long and whatever. So just a quick thing. When did you start streaming?
Strangely enough, I haven't been streaming for a long time. I started about, I think, September last year. I did my very first stream where I actually said, you know what, I'm going to try out this. I went live. Nothing was working. I was having the time of my life on a stream with no audio, nothing. I didn't know what I was doing. So according to me, I was like the next PewDiePie because everything was just going my way. But no sound, nothing. So I've been streaming from, let's say, serious streaming. I've been doing it for the past, let's say December month last year. How about you?
Yeah. I've been doing it since 2015.
Wow.
If I remember correctly. Yeah, if I remember correctly. I was in South Korea and I just decided to start streaming part-time. Awesome. And eventually it turned out that the money I made from streaming paid for my luggage when I came over.
Wow.
Like the last month that I streamed in South Korea, that money directly went for the amount of luggage I took over. So it's like
Wow.
that was the first foray into it. Yeah.
Super cool, man. Super cool. So Zephyr, do you remember what's the very first game that you streamed, bro?
Wolfenstein, the first Wolfenstein that was released. That was the first game. No. Hold up. I'm going to tell you now. I think it was Wolfenstein. I remember Wolfenstein as the first game that I've like remembered. I think I streamed in March somewhere. I started streaming in March, and I remember, I believe it was Wolfenstein because that's when I got my first followers and everything.
Awesome, bro.
So
Awesome.
yeah,
Awesome.
and I still remember my first follower.
Wow, bro, that's super cool.
Yeah.
I can't even remember what was the first game I streamed. I just know I was super. I think probably was COD because I've been playing COD for a long time. But I just know I was super stressed out, bro. I didn't know what to expect or what to do. And the thing is, like, when you start out streaming, I don't know if you experience it in the same way. You're just waiting for someone just to at least send a message because you don't know what to say if no one is talking to you, right?
Yeah,
And you're just
okay,
sitting
yeah,
there.
so-
And yeah.
Here's a little tip from Grandpa Zaffa. Okay.
That's why we're here for Grandpa Zaffa's
Yeah.
tips.
Yeah. The way I got into streaming was literally, I saw a podcast and I was like, okay, cool, this is interesting. Well, I saw a podcast which led me to another podcast and I started watching them. And then I watched like a bunch of like streamer tips. Now, back in the day, it was obviously different. There were no affiliateship status. There were no, I mean, when I started streaming, you were like looking at an average of 300 viewers before you could get partnered,
Damn, bro.
So that's when I started streaming. So I watched a lot of stuff. And luckily for me, a lot of them mentioned like, keep talking. Just keep talking.
Yeah.
Start a conversation with your bot. Start a conversation with yourself. People will pop if someone pops in and you're midway conversation, they're going to be like, "Hey, what are you talking about? Who are you talking to?"
Exactly, yeah.
You're like, "No, I'm talking to Beardly Love," and they think Beardly Love is a real bot, a real person.
Yeah.
And then they just pop in and we start the conversation from there. Yeah.
That's awesome, bro. Because the thing is, when I started out streaming, I was super quiet. When there weren't any viewers, I wouldn't speak. And then I also had a chat to a few guys, and it's especially from a veteran like yourself. It's everyone that's a little bit longer in the streaming industry or bigger in the streaming industry. They all told me just keep talking. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter what you do or who's sending a message. Act like the people are there. And it,
Yeah,
it
what
is a
I
valuable tip.
what I basically did is I took a picture of a K-pop star, a very beautiful K-pop star, and I put her picture like on the back against my wall, right behind my camera. So I was talking to her the whole time, and then people started showing up, and then I ignored the picture and started talking to
Started
chat.
looking to them. Awesome, bro. Awesome.
So in your case, you could have put a picture of your wife there.
Of course, I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, and you could just like talk to her, like you're talking about gaming to her, to someone.
Exactly, bro.
And
Wow.
then, yeah.
Yeah, but streaming, I have to say, I enjoy it, man. Beside the fact that I think a lot of people, I'm gonna take this to a different twist. So I want your opinion on this as well. So I recently I started building my following, and I have a lovely gaming community that supported me from the get-go. And
Yeah.
I've heard a lot of people say, and I want your opinion on this as well, that you need to reach out to other streamers, right? You can't expect someone to support you if you're not supporting them. And
Yeah.
that's a lot of the advice that I get. But I have a lovely community that supported me from the get-go. But what advice would you, and the reason why I ask you this is because you've been in streaming for so long, what advice would you give to someone that, because I think we have all been there, especially when you tell your friends, listen, I'm going to go into streaming, they're all going to show up in the beginning. But then along the way, there's a lot of people that know you really well that kind of lose interest in your content and they start leaving.
Yeah.
So in the beginning, you start streaming, you get 15, 20 viewers. Whoa, I'm going to make it, mom. I'm going to quit my job. I'm going to stream full time.
Yeah.
And then after a month or two, the numbers go down. Now, how did you stay motivated during that time period of of the interest? Because am I right when I say that in the beginning there's a massive hype around it because everybody's like,
And
"Yo, I want to see what this guy's
this,
all about."
yeah, this is the big thing. In my case, it's exactly the opposite that happened to me.
Oh, really?
I told everyone I was starting to stream, so I'm expecting like, hey, my friends will
Ah,
show up,
I
right?
get what you're saying.
Especially the people in my hometown or the people that I met in Korea, that they would show up.
I get what
And
you're saying.
in the beginning, it was like, yeah, they'd show up like for 10 minutes and then they'd leave.
I see.
The South African viewers, the South African friends that I had, like in South Africa, never showed up. As a matter of fact, I can count, aside from the new friends I made through streaming, I can literally say there's two people, two of my friends that randomly, in the beginning, one of them supported me like massively.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And actually, it's only that one that supported me. The second one came along at a later stage when internet in South Africa caught up.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
it's
yeah.
actually just the one person who supported me. And and this is the cool thing about him, he is a dick. Literally. And if he was here, he would say, yes, I am. So it's like, he's
He
that
owns
kind
the
of
title.
person. Yeah, he's that kind of person.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah, for me, it wasn't a case of getting friends to watch me and then supporting me and then eventually fall off. For me, it
Yeah,
was a
yeah,
case
yeah.
of like, I'm going to get new people to watch me. And then
That's awesome, bro. That's
eventually my
awesome.
friends would show up. Like, I'm so used to talking to that none of my friends show up that I'm used to talking shit about them.
Oh, really?
Because that's what friends do
Yeah, yeah,
on
yeah.
stream.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then all of a sudden, one of their names would pop up, and I'm like, "Ooh,
Oopsie.
he heard he or she heard what I said."
Yeah, yeah.
Oh well, if they don't want to tell me what
It
that
happened.
they're in chat, then fuck it.
Exactly.
Not
exactly.
bad, but it's like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
like hopping cuck.
Of
like
course. No, I
just
get it. Yeah, yeah,
like
yeah.
friends do. Yeah.
So, sorry that I'm asking you all the questions like you're the guest. That's not the fact. But the reason, because you've been in streaming so long. So,
Mm-hmm.
if you'd advise someone else, because I mean, how long did it take you till you felt, you know what, this is really starting to reap the fruits that I love what I'm doing. Of course, you really enjoy streaming, because I mean,
Yeah.
to me it's a thing like this. I see it this way, or I did see it in this way. Like, I play games for free and I enjoy myself. Why not make a little bit of money? But then I realized,
Yeah.
If you do it for the money or the viewers, you're not gonna make it. And that's my personal opinion. That's how I got it. I think
Yeah.
the first time I saw your streams, I really saw like, wow, this guy's crowd connects to him as a person, and that's the key. People, that's personally what this is only my personal experience. That's what I realized. If you're trying to be someone else, that I recently tried to do the whole Mr. Irrespective vibe, and the moment I did that, it was a massive mistake. It was a massive mistake that I made, because people connected to me as
Yeah.
an individual. Now, all of a sudden, you change everything up and it goes down, then you're like, oh shit, I made a massive mistake. So, how long did it take you before you realized, you know what, people like Zephyr for who he is, and I'm going to continue to do this? Because, I mean, a lot of people will try and stream and they see, get one view or two viewers, I'm just going to give this up. I'm just going to get. So how long did it take you, or did it take you a long time? Did you lose hope at a certain stage?
Oh, dude, even now,
Yeah.
like about 3 or 4 weeks ago, I lost hope.
Yeah,
It's a normal thing. It's an up and down of streaming.
yeah.
Actually, about 2 weeks ago. Yeah, it was about 2 weeks ago where I was like, ugh, I'm gonna stream. I don't really want to stream tonight because I don't feel like it. And one of my viewers said in Discord, "Is anybody refreshing their Twitch to see when Zephyr's live?" And I'm like, okay, that one person, I'm gonna stream for you, buddy. I'm
Awesome,
gonna stream
bro.
for you.
Yeah,
and
man.
that it was a Monday night, and usually Mondays are my worst days because it's Monday.
Yeah.
And that Monday was one of my viewer count wise, everything wise, was one of my more successful streams.
Yeah,
So
man.
it's Twitch. It's like you don't know what's going to happen with Twitch. But I remember the day that it's also the time when I went full time. I got fired from my construction job.
Okay.
And
Was this now in South
I-
Africa or Korea?
In South Africa.
In South Africa.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, in Korea, if I had to do construction, I would be a little bit more buff right now. But anyway, no, it was in South Africa. Lost my construction job, but what happened was during that time that I was working for the company, my streams weren't as good as they could be.
Yeah.
Because I was tired, I was pissed off at the job. I was like, everything was just going negatively.
Yeah.
So, and I got fired from my job. It was in November of 2016, 2017. I'm very vague about the dates because it's so long ago.
Yeah.
And when you start streaming full time, everything just melds into one.
Definitely.
But I remember that Friday. Oh, I got fired the Thursday, and the Friday was my stream. So I was like, cool. And the Friday I started streaming, and I tell people, listen, I'm going to try this full-time thing. I've got 3 months worth of salary. We're going to see what happens and everything. And November came and went. December came and went. And one of my friends from Korea came and visited me. And when he left, then I knew, like, oh, crap, I'm going to, I have to start working here.
Yeah.
And it was the 1st or the 2nd, maybe even the 3rd of January of 2018, where I was like looking at my account and I'm like, okay, I might have to start looking for a job at the end of the month. So I start getting my CV ready and everything. And all of a sudden, people just came in and literally donated enough so that I could survive. When I say survive, I mean literally like eating 2-minute noodles and everything for at least 3 months and paying my rent for at least 3 months.
Wow,
and I'm
dude.
like, cool, I'm going to still eat noodles. I'm still going to drink a crap ton of water. I can't afford coffee on stream. So I'm going to drink water and eat noodles. But at least I've got 3 months. And then eventually that got pushed over to 4 months. And then eventually
Awesome. Wow.
it got pushed over to 5. And once it hit 5 months, I'm like, okay, cool. I'm going to live a little bit more extravagantly. I'm going to buy coffee. I'm going to buy myself
Cut some Viennas into the 2-minute noodles.
Yeah. So I think it was at that stage where I realized, like, okay, cool, this is a thing.
Yeah.
But with the connecting with viewers is when my dog got ill. Old dog Jambalaya. And he, like, people just stepped up to the plate. And there were people constantly messaging me, asking me how he's doing. And it's like, that's when I realized I made that connection with the stream, with my audience.
It's inspirational.
And I mean, with regards to where my streaming inspiration came from, Co-Carnage said on the Co-Optional podcast back in March of 2015, like, this is what got me into streaming essentially, is like, he said, you've got a good internet connection, camera optional, play games, and maybe people will watch. What's stopping you?
Exactly.
Just do it.
Yeah.
And then I started watching his streams, and I sort of emulated him for like the first 2 months, or like the first 2-3 weeks roughly.
Yeah.
Started emulating him. Eventually I found myself. And so I emulate him because he's one of the biggest streamers on Twitch.
Yeah.
But also one of the biggest streamers on Twitch with one of the best communities out there. I mean, mine's the best. Obviously,
of course,
and yours is the best for you.
Definitely,
yours is the best.
Definitely,
yours is the best for you.
Yeah.
But like, if you look at his community, it's literally a case of like, it's just people, so much respect for each other, good vibes all around, and so I emulated him, and I took a part of what he does with me by being real.
Definitely, and that's something that I've recently realized. Therefore, I have to say that Mr. Irrespective was super fun. Don't get me wrong. And also like Amp, Amp, right? And he told me that now you just showed people that you can think outside the box. You can do something different, which is cool, man. I mean, you also have your character where you go into character a little bit here and there.
Oh, Jan Africa, yeah.
Yes, and the thing is, I think it just shows people that you're more than just who you show them. But the one thing, coming back to whole community vibes, I'm finally getting nothing against my viewers. But I'm finally getting that whole community feeling now, because I keep on seeing the same people showing up and sending me messages, and they start showing me messages on Instagram, and they start liking my Facebook posts and subscribing to my YouTube, and I feel that's how you build the community. And I think a lot of people in life today, it doesn't matter what kind of business you're in. I mean, Zephyr Geek is a business. It's nothing
Yeah.
else than a business. It's not a I'm Zephyr Geek and I stream. It's a business because you do it full
Yeah.
time. And a lot of people lose hope at the beginning stages when they compare themselves to bigger guys. For example, you want to start a restaurant and you want to compare yourself to Spur from the get-go. I mean,
Yeah.
come on, Spur's been there. That Indian has been there for years, bro. He makes
Yeah.
the best burgers. He makes the best burgers in South Africa. But you
Yeah.
have to build it up with consistency. And I mean, that's what I got from your streams. What I personally love about your streams is when I came there as a new viewer, your community actually greeted me and they were like, hey,
Yeah.
what's up? How are you doing? And then I saw like, wow, this is like a family vibe going on here. Zephyr's busy. He's in a massive Valheim. It was a Valheim
It was a
stream.
Valheim stream.
You
yeah,
were busy in a Musa mission vibe. And then your community was like, what's up, bro? He's going to be right with you. And then I was like, wow, this is like the kind of goal that I'm going to set for myself as a streamer, to build a community where they know you will enjoy this. He's not being a douchebag. He's just busy, but just give
Yeah.
him a minute. And that's really,
Yeah.
really cool, man. That's really, really cool.
Yeah. So just a quick thing about your Mr. Irrespective. Have you retired him, or is he going to make some guest
No,
appearances?
he's most definitely going to make guest appearances. I love the character. I love the character. I just feel that the whole thing around him, like I said, I mean, you know, your Jan Africa, once that guy comes out, people love him, right? I was
Yeah.
privileged enough to come into your stream when he made his appearance, and people
Yeah.
love it. Like, they love this whole vibe of, wow, look at this guy's going into character. I just feel that too much of him start to irritate people, because people are there to see you as a person.
Yeah.
Mr. Irrespective is definitely not gone. He will definitely, he's right here. He's right here.
Right here.
But he will definitely make some guest appearances. I'm thinking of some YouTube content with him and so on and so forth. But
Yeah.
for streaming, I just want to be myself, man. I just want to be myself. And
That's-
also when it
that's the
comes
best
to
thing.
when it comes to co-streams or guests that I had on my streams, I kind of got the vibe that it irritated them, right? And you don't want that. You don't want, like,
Yeah.
it's funny, but it kind of gets annoying. Like, they want to ask you something serious and then you have to answer them in this
In this
comical
persona.
vibe.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So I feel
Yeah,
that
yeah.
it's a great idea. It was a great idea, and it still is a great idea to make some content here and there. But for streaming full time, I just want to be myself, man. I mean, that's what the people like. And
That's the big thing. I mean, consistency and being yourself. I
Exactly.
mean, the secret is, and Co Carnage also said this. Like, another secret is take what you're feeling while playing the game, and just get that feeling, make it bigger.
exactly,
Like,
yeah.
if you're playing a game and in your mind you'd go, huh, that is quite cool. What you do on stream is you're like, holy, what?
Yes.
This is cool.
Exactly,
You know?
yes,
You
yes.
just basically bring that emotion out. And not a lot of people get it. Not gonna poop on any South African streamers, but there's been a couple that literally started streaming and within a week they go full time.
Yes.
And within less than 3 months they stop streaming.
Yeah. I get it.
You know?
Yeah.
It is a bit difficult to do that, yeah.
The thing is also, Zephyr, this is something I would like to talk about. And this is, since you are full-time content creator, right? I think South Africa as a country is super behind on content creation, right?
Yeah.
We have a handful of full-time content creators out there. Now, I don't know about you. I'm the kind of person that really love to see people flourish, especially people from my own country, right? Because I feel that we have so many gaps in this country for people to be great. I mean, there's no country on earth that has a better sense of humor than South Africans. We have the best
Yeah.
sense of humor in the world. So I think we have
Indeed,
so
yeah.
much to offer when it comes to content creation. But why? What would your opinion be? Like, why don't we have massive South African streamers with millions of views, millions of subscribers? Why do you think that is?
It's essentially I think the big mistake the content creators in South Africa makes, and I'm going to punt another content creator, the South African content creation scene, and this is my opinion, guys, don't
All about
guys,
opinions
girls,
on this
either
show.
or neither. Yeah. South African content creators is catering for South Africans.
Exactly my point.
And that is the big issue, because the South African community is a small part of a larger melting pot, you know? So, and out of personal experience, I've pissed off the South African community
Yeah.
back in the day. I've pissed them off. And, you know, it's still, when I see a South African pop up in my channel, I'm like, oh, there's a South African in my channel. And my immediate defense is like, let's give them crap about being South African. Let's give them crap about South Africa. you know?
Yeah.
Because that's my immediate response. I've toned it down in the last couple of days, but the last couple of months or whatever. But the big issue is South African content creators is making content for South Africans. They're not making content for the larger audience out there. Look at now here's the punting thing. Look at my one friend who I got into streaming last year, Azhenko. He's making content on YouTube. Okay, he's got a part-time job, but he literally he's only got like 3 or 4 hours per day to himself, and he spends that making videos and preparing for stream and doing stuff for stream and everything. I've never seen him this busy in his entire life.
Yeah.
Like, it's literally, hey man, do you want to play a game? He's like, no, I'm busy recording, or no, I'm editing videos. Okay, dude, I'm standing back. You're editing videos. That's okay. And he made a video, if I remember correctly, and randomly it just got 400 views. And I'm saying, no, randomly, like in 1 day's time, it got 100 and something views. And he's like,
what?
How? And I'm like, dude, yeah, I'm still aiming for 100 views on my YouTube videos because I don't release them that often yet.
Yeah.
But he's not making content for South Africans. He's making content for the sake of making content.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
If you look at,
sorry, I want to interrupt you. I like the way you said that. Like, he's making content for the sake of making content. So he's not making content for the Americans or for whatever. He just makes content, and content is content. It should be, anybody in the world should be able to watch your content and be like, wow, this guy's kind of fun. So I love the way you said that. Sorry for interrupting you.
It's okay. There's another streamer who reasonably recently, without mentioning any names, I don't think you'd know him. He moved to another country, right?
I've heard of him.
He's one of the older streamers in South Africa. He moved to another country, and I knew he moved because of work, I believe, but he also continued his streaming career. And the funny part is, if you look at him now, he's maybe if you look at his viewer numbers, he's maybe increased by, and he's been there for a year, I think, and his viewer numbers increased by 3 or 4. You know, every now and again it would jump to 10 more than its usual numbers. So the thing is, because I believe South Africa has been ingrained on him, you know, he's still making content for South Africa.
For South Africans.
You know?
Yeah.
But the good thing is he also speaks another language, so he's making content for the people in that country. So eventually it will boom. But right now, if you look at his Twitter videos and everything, it's like, holy crap, dude, you're sitting on 400 views on a video. Wow. And then you go to his channel and he's sitting on 10 viewers. The disparity is a bit weird. You know? But, you know, he will eventually get there.
Of course.
But the big thing is, like I said, content creation for the sake of content.
That's an awesome answer, brother. I have always something that I tell a friend of mine, because I don't know, I want to give them a little bit of a shout out, if you don't mind. They got a YouTube channel, Retro Collect ZA. And he's a massive collector, and he actually got me into collecting old stuff, toys and games and whatever. And I always told him that once his video gets a few views, and because being a YouTube content creator is super difficult, you know that, bro.
Dude,
YouTube is super difficult. And once you put a video on YouTube and you get 10 views or 15 views or 50 views or 100 views for that matter. And let's take Twitch, even live streams. I know you get 50 to 60 to 70 viewers average. Now, let's talk to the guys, the much smaller streamers, right? Let's say, for example, you get 2 viewers and you stream for 3 hours, right?
Yeah.
Now, I put it to content creators that lose hope in this way. You walk outside your door, right? Just go outside your house, stand in the middle of the street, get 2 people to listen to you for 3 hours without leaving.
Yeah.
That's fucking difficult, bro. So if
It is.
if you get 10 people, you put a video on YouTube, 10 people listen to you, bro. 10 people
Yeah.
actually took the time and they watched your video. And that is where I feel content creators shouldn't lose hope, because once you put a video on, or you add something onto the internet, even if it's a photo on your Instagram and you get 5 likes, 5 people took the time, they stopped on your post and they liked it. And
Yeah.
I always tell people that that's into content creation, walk outside your house, right? Just walk outside. Even if you stream for 20 minutes, walk outside your house, open the front door, stop 2 people to listen to you and talk a bunch of shit for 20 minutes. And if
Yeah.
they stay there, that's an accomplishment, bro. So
Yeah.
keep on doing
I mean, yeah, and the big thing is you're normally playing games,
yeah.
and you're normally playing games for 0 people. So those 2 viewers that join in, okay, let's say 3 viewers because one of them is your bot.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so let's
Yeah,
say
yeah.
so it's
3
essentially 2 people that's not you,
Yes,
know,
yes.
or your bot.
Yeah.
That is what 200% more people that would have watched you if you weren't streaming.
Exactly my point, bro.
So
Exactly my
like
point.
there's this one streamer in South Africa that constantly like talks himself down. And I shat on him a couple of times already.
Yeah, yeah,
Where
yeah.
he's like, tonight we only had 1 viewer for the entire stream, but it felt like I was streaming for 100. I'm like, dude, are you trying to get pity views? Because
Yes.
you're not. You're going about it the wrong way.
Mm.
You know? And that is the thing. Like, it's more people that watch you normally than would watch you if you're not streaming.
Exactly, man. And
It
I
is-
have to say, Zephyr, like, out of this is again personal opinion. Like, you are one of my gold streamers, bro. I look at you and I'm like, wow, this guy's super good. I told you before, your community's great. You've been around the block when it comes to streaming. You really have been around the block. You've seen the ins and the outs and the do's and the don'ts. But a lot of people lose hope before they get to your level, right? And I would say that your level of streaming is the next level, right? It's the next level. To get affiliated on Twitch is not hard. Let's be honest. It's not difficult.
No, it's not. No.
It's quick. You can do
No.
it within a week. But to get to your level, it's a different story. It takes a lot of hard. You've been streaming for 6 years, bro. That's 6 years of super hard work and effort that goes into that. And I know you would agree with me, just to tell people to continue pushing. Even if you stream for 2 or 3 or 4 people or 5 people, don't go on to Zafa's stream and see, wow, this guy got 60 viewers. Why can't I get that? Go on to Zafa's
Yeah.
stream and see what he does. See how
And that is-
he communicates with his community. And I mean, copy the pros, bro. Don't
Yeah,
be exactly
that's
like Zafa, but
essentially-
just get some tips.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, essentially, like, if you want to grow, look at streamers bigger than you. Don't look at me.
Exactly.
Look at streamers bigger than me. Look at streamers, what they do.
Exactly.
Because, and copy or steal some of their ideas and make it your own.
Exactly
know?
my point.
One of my viewers has exactly the same greeting as I do when he streams.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah. Now, I know he's going to hold on to that, but it's eventually going to become his own.
Exactly.
There's another
man.
streamer that I watched, Banelish, right?
Mm.
And he's like, "Hey, welcome to the channel, Banlish. Sorry, not Banelish, Banlish." And he's like, "Hey, welcome to the channel. Tell us where you're from." And people tell them where they're from, and tell them a little bit about themselves and everything. And 5-6 streams later, that person pops up in chat, and he's like, "You're from that country, right?"
Wow.
And I'm like, "This guy remembers,
That's awesome.
And
bro.
I did that for a while,
Mm,
and then I realized, but it wasn't me. It made people feel welcome, but it wasn't me. So I essentially did the whole "you sir" or "madam" either or neither are amazing for hitting that follow
awesome.
button.
Yeah, man.
That's when I went over to that, because it's unique enough, and it tells the person immediately, listen, I only care if you're a human.
Exactly, man.
Anything
yes.
else, any labels you put on yourself for whatever reason, your identity or whatever,
Yeah.
it's cool. Welcome to the chat and let's talk.
Yeah, man.
You
That
know?
is super cool. That is super cool. Because a stream basically, I mean, it never made sense to me, right? It never made sense to me as a person. Like, why in the world would I download an app on my phone called Twitch, go on there and watch someone else play games for 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours, plus give him my money? I mean, it didn't make sense to me. I was like, why in the world would I do that?
Yeah.
Until I started
And
doing it. And then I went into these streams and I watched these guys' streams and I'm like, wow, bro, this guy works super hard at this. And then I kept on going back to these streamers and then they get to know you. And then at a certain stage, it's not a pity donation. You're just like, wow, bro, this guy takes all his time and effort to put into these streams to entertain you as a viewer. So give him a little something for his hard work. I mean, he's giving you his product for free. Just give him something.
That's the
for
big
that.
thing.
You get
That's
what
the
I'm
big
saying?
thing.
Like,
It's literally free entertainment.
exactly.
It's free
bro.
entertainment. And I'm not saying, hey, it's free entertainment. You have to pay the streamer eventually.
Yeah.
It's free entertainment, and it's entertaining enough that the person, you can see that they're loving what they're doing.
Definitely.
Um,
Also, I
but-
just want to add, sorry, just to all
Yeah.
of the people watching, we're not pushing on donations. I mean, a view is
No, we're
just a view is just as beautiful as a donation.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
just got to the whole point where I thought to myself, why would I watch someone else play games and pay him to do that? Until I actually went and did it, and you go back to the same view, the same streamer the whole time, you get
Yeah.
to this realization where you realize, what, this guy has a massive passion for what he does. He's super entertaining. He's funny. I mean, some streamers go out of their way. I think you do it as well, Zephyr, where you take people through the whole storyline of games, and you're like,
Yeah.
wow, bro, it's like a movie, man. It's like a movie. And then
It's
you get to
essentially-
you get to that feeling where, you know what, wow, I wanna give this guy something, man, just for his amazing will to bring us more content. And that's
Yeah.
amazing, man.
Now, here's the quick question to you. So, for those of you who don't know him, what games do you normally stream?
Wow, man, that is a very
Like, what is your if there's two games that stand out that you like normally stream,
I'm a
or
very mainstream streamer, to tell you the truth. I really dig Call of Duty, man. I really like it a lot. I've never played any of the other Call of Duty franchises. And actually, my best friend for 20 years, Ivan, he told me, listen, because we were playing Ghost Recon Breakpoint on the PlayStation as a community. Just me, him, and two other friends. And then they just stopped playing with me. And I was like the king of Breakpoint. Everybody always wanted me in their team because no one could snipe like me, right?
yeah,
And then they told me, listen, and then they just stopped playing with me. I'm like, guys, what's happening? What's happening? And then they told me, no, I must get Call of Duty. And at that time, I didn't have a gaming PC. So I was still playing on the PlayStation. And then I actually took the time, downloaded the 400 million gigabyte game. And
obviously, yeah.
And then my PlayStation blew up, and then I had to, no, I'm just kidding. But I downloaded the game and started playing with them, and I sucked at it, bro. I absolutely sucked. And I know this is a long story to get to the point, but the thing is just I sucked at it, and then I bought myself a gaming PC and I downloaded it again, and I actually got a little bit better. So I really dig Call of Duty. I personally, this is also something I would like to add. I don't know how you feel about it. You should stream games that you enjoy. You don't want to stream
Yeah.
something that you don't enjoy. Otherwise, you're not gonna. People are gonna see you don't enjoy it.
Yeah.
So I stream mainly Call of Duty. I recently discovered Rocket League that I love, and wow, man, I'm also a massive Euro Truck simulator. I love that.
Yeah.
But I do. The other day, actually, I did something with Mr. Irrespective that was super fun. You can see it right there. Is my Wii. I actually took
Yeah.
my phone. There's an app you can download. It's a wireless camera. And I put my TV's right here. So I put my phone as the camera and I streamed Wii Sports. That was one of the best streams I've ever had, bro. So to say specific genre-wise, I don't know. I stream literally
You're probably
anything.
competitive, mostly.
mostly competitive games. Don't get me wrong,
Yeah.
I absolutely suck at any competitive game. I always die,
Yeah.
and I really suck. I really, really suck. But I do
Mhm.
like the competitive genre. But there's not a game that I won't stream, to put it that way.
Okay.
I go around and I see, like, I even thought for one of my streams this week, I'm a massive fan of the old Army Men series. I'm
Yeah.
thinking of doing an Army Men stream. You get, so I don't really think like, wow, I need to find a genre. I'm a variety streamer for that matter.
Yeah, but variety streamer focusing on competitive, roughly.
More or less, yeah, I could
More
say
or
that.
less, yeah.
Yeah.
What I would suggest is try and pick a single player game, and we can talk about this off stream. Try and pick a single or off recording. Try and take a single player game and play it for the storyline, and
Yeah.
just see how you feel about it.
Exactly. No,
Just see how you
definitely.
feel about it, and I mean, you'll see a bunch of people pop up in chat that's you've never seen before.
Yeah,
Because the big thing with mainly competitive streaming is people watch you for the skill,
yes, that's true.
you know, and
And I don't have any.
that's why I'm not doing. That's why I'm staying away from competitive
Yeah,
as
yeah.
much as possible, dude. I streamed PUBG back in the day. I had 2 or 3 streams of COD. I had, and it's just not. I'm sitting there going, "Oh, I want story. Give me
Yeah,
story.
give me something to do. Yeah.
But yeah, no. Try and find like a single player game that's not going to take you too long, and play it. Don't not Outriders though, because Outriders still a bit buggy at the moment.
Yeah.
But yeah, try and find one. It's always cool to take a bit of a breather from your normal games. That's why I play like a crap ton of variety stuff in the week,
Yeah.
especially now before the next 7 Days to Die patch releases, alpha releases.
Mm.
Especially now, I'm trying to get as much variety in my body as possible, because once that 7 Days to Die patch drops, man, the 6 months of my life will be gone.
Gone.
So I'd
That's
rather
awesome advice, yeah, no, that's really cool advice, and I really appreciate it, because I do. The thing is, you do get to a certain stage where, and this is also something that I want your opinion on, is I feel that a lot of people, when they stream, myself included, especially when I started, was you don't want to do the same thing the whole time because people are gonna get bored. Now, what is your take on that? You don't want to play the same game the whole time because people are gonna get bored. So, like you just said, get a storyline, and so you would say that
Yeah.
it's a good thing to do, to get a storyline and to run the storyline with your viewers.
Or storyline, or freaking if you're creative, draw something, or
Yeah,
if
man.
you're programming something, do break up the monotony. Yeah, for me, it's like the viewers notice when you're fed up before you do.
Yes.
The viewers always, it's usually about 45 minutes to an hour before you realize that you're feeling shit,
They see it already.
angry and stuff. They
Yeah.
already picked up on it.
Yeah.
So like with my 7 Days to Die, man, the last time I played it, it was amazing. Fucking, I got that partnership thing unlocked,
Yeah.
but I didn't get it because one night, due to load shedding, my viewer numbers were shit for that entire
Oh.
month. And Twitch
Yeah,
said
bro.
no. And I'm like, you know what? It's cool. It was out of my hands. Let's just
Yeah.
leave it and try the next time. But people do notice when you're getting gutful.
Yeah.
And
South African word of the day, gutful.
yeah, gutful, fed up. And the big thing is, I'd say just try a bit of variety, just to like breathe a little bit. Like
Yeah, man.
again, I'm gonna talk about the friend of mine, Azhenko. His stream picked up mostly when he played Baldur's Gate 2. Now, Baldur's Gate 2 is, hey, minimum amount of time spent in this game is probably going to be 100 hours.
Wow.
He streamed 100 hours plus of that game,
Yeah.
but he enjoyed every minute of it,
That's the key.
and that's the key. Play games that you enjoy, and do keep in mind that if you want to branch out a little bit, take it, especially if you're still in the growing phase.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
for me personally, I say, for especially new streamers, if you start out streaming and 3 months later you're still excited to stream, then you can continue.
Wow, bro.
If that 3 month gap, if anywhere in that 3 month gap you're gonna take, if you take like 2 weeks off because you're hot full of streaming,
Yeah.
then you should probably stop.
Quit. Yeah.
Because it's only the people that that persevere after those 3 months
Yeah, yeah.
actually persevere for longer, because then the
Mm-mm.
next goal is, let's do another 3 months. After those first 3 months, let's push for 6 month mark.
Yeah,
And then if you're still feeling good after the 6 month mark, you can do 6 months, and then you just push for another six,
yeah,
and before you know
definitely.
it, you're sitting on a year.
Of course.
But I've seen so many streamers like have these brilliant ideas and everything, and after their third or fourth stream, they're not making millions of dollars. They're like,
They
no,
just lose
you know.
the hope of it. Yeah.
Um, yeah, and I've had streamers, and you're gonna probably you found it. Maybe it happened to you,
Mm.
and you don't know it yet. But I've had people come into my chat, and like, we saw you stream, and we thought we could do it too. And they come back and they're like, yeah, this is not as easy as you
It's
make it
not,
look.
bro.
And I'm
Yeah.
like, but that's because I've been doing it for this long.
Exactly. No, it's true, Zephyr. The thing is,
Yeah.
a lot of people, and that's to come back again to the whole content creation thing. There's not a lot of people that can actually do it. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
I'm the kind of person that I feel that anything is possible for anybody, but to be live and to create good content is not easy, bro. It's not easy. So
Yeah.
it's so true what you're saying, and I never even thought of it that way. That of course you're gonna get to a stage where you just feel like, yo, I'm not in the mood to stream tonight. That's
Of
because
course, yeah.
it's your job right now. I mean, you are doing it full time, and
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
you're gonna get to a certain day or time or even week where you just feel like, well, I'm not in the mood. I just want to be by myself. I just want to play games, or I just want to go out with my friends and have a good time. I don't want to stream tonight. That's normal. But like you said, if you stream 4 or 5 days or even a month, and after that month you feel, fuck man, I'm not showing any growth, I would
Yeah.
personally suggest that you either change the way you do it or talk to someone that's a big time streamer, get some advice, or just leave it be. Because
Yeah.
you're gonna make yourself negative in a vibe where if you, my personal opinion that I want to drop out there, and this is coming from a very noob streamer, so don't get me wrong that I think I'm big, but if you, I forgot what I wanted to say. If you, yes, if you do it for the views or the follows or the money, bro, I'm gonna be honest, you're
Don't.
not gonna make it.
Yeah.
You're not gonna make it. The moment
You're
you
not
go
gonna make it.
onto a stream and you feel, you know what, I'm gonna start streaming. These guys are making big bank. It's not for you, man.
It's
not
not,
for
no.
you. You're not gonna make it.
I mean, if you look at, and I'm speaking under correction here. If Co Carnage ever watches this, I'm sorry if I'm getting the facts wrong. But if I remember correctly, he he went into streaming on Twitch for a month. But what he did is he did 12 to 16 hour streams,
Jeez.
because at that stage it was like maybe the length of stream makes
Yeah.
you successful.
Yeah.
And at the end of 1 month, he's like, this is not working. So he took off another month and he started doing his research on Twitch. And he never expands on the research he did most of the time, but he did some research and he came back to Twitch. And within 3 months, he got partnership.
Wow.
Now, keep
bro.
in mind, this was back in the day when it's like, oh, you need about 300 people to be considered for partner,
Crazy, man.
you know? And he basically, essentially what he did is he created, within those first 3 months, like he applied for partnership 2 or 3 times. And on the last time that they told him, sorry, we're not taking you, during that process, or like a month before they told him no, he set up a website where people could subscribe to him on his website. And when
Nice.
Twitch told him, no, we're not going to give you partnership, he went back to them and said, listen, here's my website, here's my analytics, this is the amount of money I'm making. This is the amount of money I'm making that you're not getting.
Yeah.
So please reconsider.
Reconsider.
And they then accepted him, and he immediately, when he got partnered, he told his chat, listen, you guys can unsubscribe from that website if you want to. And they
Yeah,
were
yeah.
like, no, we're not going to. We're
Yeah,
going to
yeah.
support you both on your website and on
And
Twitch.
on Twitch.
So it's all about research and everything, but nothing can prepare you for the physical act, I'd say,
Definitely.
of
No,
streaming.
every stream, bro. Nothing can prepare you for every stream. No, like, I mean, you can tell me, like, let's say, for example, Zephyr, you've done it for You've done it for many, many years, bro. If someone raids your stream with 500,000 viewers, you're not prepared for that. I was
You're not
raided
prepared
the
for
other
that,
night.
no.
The other night I was raided with 75 viewers. I almost passed out, bro. I didn't know what to
Yeah.
do. The people just coming in your bits, and I don't even know what bits are at this stage. It's like popping everything. I'm like, what is happening? Someone's hacking my
Yeah.
stream. So every stream has his own unique. I mean, you
There's a
always have the opportunity of someone, or the possibility of someone popping in there and donating $1,000. I mean, always
yeah.
it's there. You never know what's gonna happen in your stream, bro. And like you
Yeah,
said,
and
like
then
with, for example, load shedding. We are South Africans. Now all of a sudden you get load shedding, your stream pops off, or the power trips, and you have to come
yeah.
back on. How are you gonna handle that? So there's a lot of things that
Yeah,
play a factor.
I've got a rule with that. If load shedding happens, I just stop stream and I let it go.
Yeah, yeah.
There's because then it's otherwise it's extra unnecessary stress.
Yes,
You know.
definitely. Yeah,
So it's
yeah.
like, yeah, it's. I mean, okay, back on the whole stressing and the whole streaming thing. There's a reason why I light up a cigarette every time when I start streaming.
Yeah.
Because beforehand I'm stressing,
Yeah.
so I have to have
6
that
years
cigarette.
later, to all the viewers, veteran streamer, 6 years later, still stressing.
I'm still stressing every
Yeah.
day when I start up. When I click that start stream button, I'm like, oh god, oh god, oh god, this is not
What's
gonna
gonna
work. This is not gonna. This is not working. This is not.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
everything's working. Okay, cool. Let's get in. Let's get in. Okay, cool. We're in. Let's do this.
Let's do
and
it.
then yeah, it's that whole. Okay, now we can do this.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, so you started streaming December.
Yo, I keep on wanting to use the word full time. I'm anything but a full time streamer. Let's say serious streaming. I would say that I started taking it seriously. Like, listen, I really want to build on this. Would be December month, yeah. So more or less December, January, February, March, April, 5 months.
Yeah, 5 months. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's freaking awesome, and you're still enjoying it and everything.
Wow, bro, I enjoy every single stream. I've changed up my streaming schedule quite a lot since I'm engaged, and I do have a fiance that's not a gamer. So we tend to I try to switch my stream times around our whole schedule vibe. So I used to stream only on Tuesdays at from 7 till whenever, and then I wanted to get more days in, so then I decided to start streaming Monday to Friday at 5 a.m. in the morning, which was super fun. That was super fun to me, but it didn't really pick up that well. And then I changed the schedule. When I launched Mr. Irrespective, I actually changed the schedule to Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays at 9 until whenever. And I have to say, man, I can't wait. Like, I'm super excited. Sometimes I just think to myself, wow, man, can I just not just get off work and just stream a little bit, right? I really super love streaming. I love the rush of it, man. I love the whole vibe of the people there, like chatting to you, making jokes. And so, like, the thing is this, you play a game and something happens and you're like, wow, man, fuck, I have to tell my friends about this. Now you actually have viewers that see that, and you can actually share it with someone live, and they see and they laugh with you. And that's what I enjoy about it, man. I always have seen myself as an entertainer. I might not entertain a lot of people, but I enjoy entertaining people, and I know you as well. And I think this being a game streamer gives you the opportunity to be an entertainer. You can entertain people in your own unique way.
Yeah. Biggest blunder you've made on stream so far?
Beside my very first stream that I streamed for 3 hours with no audio, I can't think, man. I've done a lot of weird stuff. The one day I actually wanted to record a YouTube video on my OBS because I wanted to do a tutorial. So I used my OBS to screen grab, and I actually fucking pressed start recording, and I was talking to my dog here in the background, and I was live on Twitch, and I didn't know that because I pressed the wrong button. But live on stream, wow, I don't know, man. Nothing embarrassing though that I can remember. Now, how about you, man? You've been there for a long time. I mean, there's got to be some cool stories there.
Multiple times of audio muted.
Yeah.
Multiple times. Scenes not changing. That's also a decent one.
Yeah.
Back in the day, I like after the stream, I would switch over to Co Carnage. So I'd stop streaming, and then I'd just like, and it's in South Korea, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And it's summertime, so my flat is hot. So I'm like, okay, cool. Stream is finished. Stop streaming. Click on the thing. Take off my shirt, lay back in the thing, take a packet of crisps, start
Yeah, yeah.
eating it. My fingers are yellow, lighting a cigarette while eating it, and I'm like drinking Coke and everything.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm like, why is my camera light still showing? And I look at it, and I tab around, and I see OBS is still running.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I was streaming for like an entire
shit, man.
hour,
Wow.
where I was just being a slob, right? Most recently, during some of my exercise streams, that's why if I did the exercise stuff, that's why I cover my groinal area,
Yeah, yeah.
because things bounce around a bit,
Yeah, 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 yeah. But it's super fun,
yeah,
bro. It's super fun.
it
man.
is.
Like the
It
thing
is.
with streaming that I personally feel that's the way I want to go, Zephyr, is I would really enjoy just going on a journey with my people that watch my streams, man. Even if I do, I feel that streamers kind of like an influencer vibe, if you get what I'm saying, man. I want to
Yeah.
show people, if I decide, you know what, I want to start exercising a bit, lose some weight, I want to share it with my people. You get what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
build a nice community where you can share your life with the people. I mean, the other night, and this is to come back again to that whole community building, I have this guy from Holland. His name is Vessel. And I actually thought he was South African. But then I asked him,
Yeah.
like, Vessel, where you from? And he said, no, he's from Holland. And then he came into my stream and he's like, wow, man, this is super entertaining. And I was like, well, thank you so much for the compliment, bro. I appreciate it. We were playing Rocket League. And
Yeah.
I'm like, well, thank you for the compliment, bro. I really appreciate it. And I streamed again. This was on a Monday, my first stream. The
Yeah.
Tuesday, he was there again. And the Thursday, he was actually there again. And then the next Monday, he came back again. And then he told me, like, listen, I'm going to be right back. I'm just going to quickly take a shower. And I'm like, sweet, bro, take your time. Enjoy your shower. And he's like, wait. I just mounted my phone next to the shower. I'm still here. And I was like, wow, bro, this guy's actually watching me while he's showering. Super, super cool, man. You get what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So, and that's
Yeah.
that just made me realize, bro, these people are here to follow you on your journey. Whether you have one consistent viewer or 100 million consistent viewers, you're super lucky to have that 1 or 100 million people dedicating their time to be there
Yeah,
for
yeah.
you, bro. Even if they're
Yep.
just lurking, not even talking, they're taking the time to know this view is going to help this guy grow. I'm just going to leave it on in the background. And I just,
Yeah,
from
yeah.
my side to my viewers, and I think Zephyr the same, we appreciate you
Yeah.
guys, man.
I almost closed Zoom, pressing
Oh.
buttons on the keyboard. I was putting my hand down. I'm like, ugh! No. Yeah, no. For me personally, I'd like to get to a point where I can go on a road trip in South Africa
Yeah, man.
and
imagine.
stream that. Like have a week-long road trip where you drive for 2 hours, stop off at that dorpie,
Yeah, yeah.
that little town, live stream there for a couple of hours, live stream what you're eating and whatever,
Yeah,
and
man.
showing off the guest house, switching the stream off, and then continuing. Luckily, my brother is in the travel business, so
Oh,
I'm gonna
sweet.
get him to like plan out an itinerary for me
Yeah.
for a week. I just need people to be with me because I can't read chat while driving, obviously.
Of course, yeah.
And
yeah.
if I'm not driving, I'm not going to read chat because then I'll throw up.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
it's literally going to be a case of me driving to the place, maybe halfway along, like 100 kilometers into a 30-minute quick stream, maybe on Instagram or whatever, like,
Yeah, yeah.
and then continuing on and doing the mainstream once I'm at the place.
That's a super
And then
good
just
idea, bro.
like, yeah, and just a week-long road trip.
That's the thing, and I think.
I mean, I've-
Yeah, sorry, you can go.
Oh, sorry, yeah, I've been in bars here multiple times while streaming
Yeah,
before
yeah.
DMCA struck, so that was okay.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, people loved it. But most commented thing, you have tarred roads. I'm like, yes. They're like, oh wow, this looks like suburban America. I'm like, yeah. It's just we're in a third world country, but we look similar to you guys
Yeah.
most of the time.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the thing that just shows you, man. It doesn't matter what content you put out there; they're there for you, and that makes it super sweet. that. And I think that's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
great idea. I would definitely watch that, bro. Because the thing is, like, to 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 get back to the topic of the podcast. Sorry if we're
Yeah.
going off topic,
We
guys.
kind
just
of veered off.
We
It was basically what made you become a streamer? How was streaming? And it's like, no, we're talking about other stuff.
let's just talk. So welcome to
Yeah.
the talk show, ladies and gentlemen.
Walk on. Yeah.
But what I personally love about being a streamer is that you get the opportunity to have your own TV show, bro. You basically have your own TV show, and you have episodes where people can pop in and they can welcome to episode 4 of
Yeah.
Negen
whatever,
Dalan or whatever you want to call yourself.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
that is super fun, man.
Yeah,
That is
yeah.
super fun.
And I like that cap you're wearing, by the
Thank
way.
you, thank you very much.
Yeah.
And to play.
Amp
Thank
to
you
play.
very much, man.
I also got that cap.
You got the Amtech one, right? If I'm not mine.
Oh wait, no, I got the Amtech one. I got the Amtech one. Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing is, I appreciate that I got that for free.
Yeah.
I'm not a cap wearer though. That's
Oh,
the,
really?
I'm like I've got a massive collection of caps that I'll never wear.
Never wear.
I'll get them at events. I've got like a Van Coke cap. I've got
Yeah.
a Fuck Off Police Car cap.
I saw that you were a
I've got
massive
like a-
Van Coke fan, bro. I'm a massive Van Coke fan, bro.
Yeah, and I've got all these caps, and I'm like, cool. Let's hang Amtech next to them.
Sweet. I actually
So
want to
if
show
they make
you
beanies,
something.
Amtech, if you make beanies, hit me up.
Pop Zafar beanie. I
Yeah,
want to show
give me
you
a
something.
beanie.
You're a Franco fan, right? I'm going to turn my camera rather than getting up. Do you see there is a vinyl there?
That is monologue and stereo.
Yes, that's the Monolith in stereo vinyl. Now, a friend of mine, sorry for the very unprofessional camera work. So, a friend of mine is actually good friends with Francois, and the one day he told me, this is whole off topic, guys, little behind the scenes. He actually, he told me that I need to drive with him to Belleville. He wants to show me, you need to pick up a drawer or some shit. And I need to drive there, and he rings the bell of the house, and I'm still wearing my Francois Van Coke shirt. And here Francois comes to the fucking door, signing a vinyl for me in his house. He was like, "Happy birthday, bro." I almost passed out, man. I didn't know what to do. I was like, "What?"
Damn.
Yeah,
Damn.
man. That was super
I mean,
cool.
I mean, the tattoo is basically two Fuck Off Police Car songs.
Oh, really? Ek is
Ek's net 'n toerist in my geboorteland.
Antibiotica, bro.
Ja.
Wow.
Antibiotica
Wow.
and Brand Suid-Afrika.
Oh,
Flames
my,
coming.
Bro. That's
Yeah.
super cool, man. Super
Yeah.
cool.
Accidentally, I'm like, huh.
I'm a massive Focal Politica fan, man.
Me
Massive,
too.
massive
Me
fan.
too. Yeah, I was pretty damn drunk on their super sick 17th birthday.
Oh, really?
With
I
their
saw
live
you put
stream.
a video.
Yeah.
You put a video on Instagram, if I'm not mistaken, and I saw a video on your Instagram where you said like, "What a show, guys!" And I saw
Yeah,
that.
I was so freaking drunk. That was a bottle of rum and a half later.
Awesome, bro.
I literally got like the triple ses. Ek met
Yeah,
gebore
yeah.
met 3 ses op my
Yeah,
kop.
yeah,
I got
yeah.
that. I wrote that in my head while being drunk, and I'm like, "Ugh."
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, that's off topic.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah, sorry.
We're also getting to know each other a little bit better.
Basically, yeah. This is the first time we're actually talking to each other.
Definitely, bro.
Like face to
definitely.
face.
Yeah.
That
Awesome,
is
man.
that's so we're trying to figure out where we're at.
Getting
and-
to know you and each other at the same time. So welcome
basically.
to the Zephyr
Yeah.
ATG meet and greet.
Me too. Yeah. We don't have alcohol here yet.
Yet.
Your alcohol brand here.
SR beer. Yeah, man. So, Zephyr, do you have any last words for the people beside the amazing stuff that you shared with us tonight, man? I am super stoked on all the advice that you gave me as well, man.
Oh wow, thanks. Well, my pleasure, I guess. Any parting words for now, because we've reached the end of this recording. Just stay awesome.
Yeah, man. Stay
Basically,
awesome, stay
I'm not
humble.
gonna tell you. I'm not gonna tell you to go ahead and stream if you want to. Because if you want to stream, you'll do it.
Yeah.
But just stay awesome. May the beard smile upon you. And thank you for the pilot episode
Yeah, man.
of this Zaffa and ATG show, or ATG and Zaffa show. We don't know what it's called yet.
You
we
guys,
need
please let
suggestions.
us know. Yeah, please
Yeah,
let us know.
yeah.
That'll be
Yeah.
great. So,
And
man,
any words from you?
I am super grateful for you agreeing to do this with me. It's super fun, man, and we're gonna bring you guys hours and hours of great content. If you have any topics that you would like us to do, just pop in the comments. I mean, we're
Yeah.
open to any suggestions, and never think that we think we know it all or we want to tell you how to do a certain thing. This is our personal experience on things, right? So like,
Yeah.
Zephyr does not tell you to do it this way, or I don't tell you to do it this way. This is our personal experience on what we experienced as streamers.
Yeah.
And I agree with Zephyr. If you're thinking of streaming, first check out a few other guys and see if you will be able to do it, rather than buying a shitload of expensive equipment and just realizing that it's not for you, because it is not easy, but it's super fun, man. If you get to the point where you really enjoy it, it's definitely worth every minute of your time.
Yeah, and before we forget, this is actually what we should do at the end. We got to do shout outs. So
You go first.
Start. Oh, I go first. Okay, I wanted to tell you to go first, but I'll go first. Hey, my name is Zephyr Geek, variety streamer. You can find me over at twitch.tv/Zephyr_geek. On Twitter, Zephyr Geek, one word. Yes, universal branding isn't a thing. And basically, Zephyr Geek everywhere you can find me, and even zephyrgeek.com. But it's only just a press kit at the moment. It's not really anything else. And yeah, for this week, we're going to be playing some Valheim, some Sea of Thieves, some Satisfactory. And yeah, that's about it. Over to you, ATG.
Awesome. So my name is ATG Gaming. You can find me on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram under ATG Gaming. I recently changed my name on Twitch to Mr. Irrespective. Give me 2 months and that'll also be ATG. But for now, find me on Mr_Irrespective on Twitch. I stream Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays at 9 p.m. GMT +2. I play any kind of game. Got a massive Rocket League event popping tomorrow, so please tune in and I would appreciate that. There we go.
Thank you for watching, everybody, and we'll see you next time.
I appreciate it, Mr. Zephyr. Have a good one. Cheerio, guys.
Have a good one.
See you soon.
Cheers.